Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, today's video, we're going to be actually talking about the best unsecured credit cards when you have no credit or you just had a bankruptcy and you're trying to start over. These are the best credit cards that you can get. And I'm going to show you a step-by-step thing to actually help you to get qualified for these credit cards. All right, number one, the first step is adding authorized users. Authorized users can definitely boost up your credit score. Now understand this, with traditional banks, authorized users, because they don't calculate into FICO 8. So your Bank of America's, your Chase Bank, your Citibank, okay, those type of banks do not use do not calculate authorized users, okay? Also, say you guys that are trying to get qualified for a mortgage and stuff like that, authorized users are not calculated as well. So you just have to keep that in mind. However, authorized users are included in your FICO 9. So you definitely can leverage authorized users at that point. Now, here's the second thing. And the reason I'm telling you about this process to help get you back into the 700 club as fast as possible. Reporting rent. So if you guys are paying rent and stuff like that, then those rent payments should be reporting on your credit file. Now, you may be an individual that's been paying your realtors cash or money orders. Well, here's what you want to do. You want to sign up with a company like Plastic, okay? And then have Plastic send them over a check, right? And it'll state for rent, okay? So now you can transfer those data transactions over to your credit file so that can actually be a positive trade line. So the companies you can use is Boom Rental. They report up to 2 years to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Then you have Isuzu Rent. They report up to Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and they report up to 2 years as well. And then you have Rent Report. They report up to Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. They report up to 2 years as well. And the thing about this is not slow reporting as well because they have expedited systems to help report as fast as possible. Now, here's another thing. If you guys are paying car insurance, if you guys are paying gym membership, if you have subscriptions like Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, then you want to use a company like Grow Credit or Perch. And what they'll do, they'll report all of your subscription rates plus your utilities on your credit file. Also, you can also add Experian Boost. Now, for those of you that have used some of these systems, put a comment below. Let me know, did they help boost up your credit score? Especially when you guys are again, just rebuilding your credit, or you don't have no credit and you're trying to get approved for credit cards. The reason that you want to do this first step, because it's going to give you more leverage to get higher limit credit cards, okay? Now, step 2 is actually applying for the credit cards. Now, the credit cards I'm going to show you, most of these credit cards do not do a hard pull on your credit. Most of these credit cards that I'm showing you do not charge an annual fee. Now, these are the credit cards you want to actually use. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a Premier, Total Visa, or any of those other ones, but they charge a lot of fees for activation and stuff. But I'm going to tell you this, if you have those type of credit cards already on your file, then do not close that account out unless you have other credit cards that are older than that, because what it'll do, it'll kill your credit score. But this video being directed toward people that are rebuilding their credit or just starting their credit out, this is the video for you. Now, Here's the first credit card. It's called OPPFI, MasterCard for Bad Credit. Okay, they give you a credit limit of $1,000, no security deposit. However, they do charge an annual fee of $99, but they do a soft pull on your credit, and you can actually use the credit card the same day that you approved. So that's very good. And if you have good credit payments, after 6 months, it can double up to $2,000. So this is a very good card for you guys that are just starting out building your credit. Now, PETAL 1 and PETAL 2. These are very good cards as well because you do a soft pull. They pull on the Experian 9. Okay, but if you don't have a credit score, you still may be able to qualify for this credit card. Okay, so they don't charge no annual fee. Their credit cards for the PETAL 1 goes from $300 up to $5,000. Then their PETAL 2 card goes from $300 up to $10,000. And they report to all 3 credit bureaus. But the good thing about it, like I said, if you don't have a credit score, what they do, they focus on the cash flow. Now, yes, I do see that I made a mistake in the spelling of instead. But at the same time, this is definitely one of those easy credit cards that you want to go after, okay? Now, here's a credit card with a credit union, okay? TDE Credit Union. They're out of Texas, but anybody can join them. You may have to join the Consumer Council of America or something like that, but anybody can join them. And this card is specifically for people that don't have no credit or trying to rebuild their credit. And they don't charge any annual fees, no cash advance, but you do have to be a member. All right. So their starting limit is starting credit limit is $500, but you may be approved for a higher limit by doing those other things that I told you to do first. Build the credit file and then apply for the cards. Okay. Now, again, the card is designed for people with no credit. So if you just coming out of a bankruptcy and you're trying to start over fresh, this is definitely one of those credit cards. All right. So step 3, this is so important and a lot of people miss this. All right. Getting a loan, adding a loan to your credit file. Okay. This is so important. And the reason that I'm talking about this company, because you don't have to have a credit score in order to be approved for a loan with them, okay? But you do have to have income and you have to have a checking account. The minimum amount of income you have to have is at least $800, okay? But you can borrow up to $5,000. So if you're in check systems, this company still will be able to help you get qualified for a loan. Now, there's a whole purpose of me telling you about this, okay? Now, you have a card, it's called CREDIT.AI. With CREDIT.AI, you have to have a checking account, you have to have activity going on. However, they will give you a primary line of $1,500, okay? So, especially if you're starting out, you want them as many credit cards and you want to make sure you have a loan on your credit file. This is going to give you the leverage to help you stay in the 700 club. But you have to make sure you're making your payments on time because it's going to leverage you. If you follow my steps, after 6 months, it's possible for you to get higher increases on your credit cards as well. Now, especially if you're a beginner. Now, we just talked about you getting that loan, right? Now, if you're able to become a member of Navy Federal, they have the Navy Federal Nrewards, okay? So if you have bad credit or you're new, I would tell you to get this card. The reason is because all you need is $200. And with that $200 card, after 6 months, it turns into $2,000. This is so important because a lot of people don't get a chance to really understand how to take advantages of this to help them rebuild their credit. Okay, so this is very important. So if you're able to become a member, as a matter of fact, I made a video that actually talks to you and teaches you how to become a member. So if you want to see that video, put a comment below for that. Now, that loan that you took out, just say that you got the full $5,000 loan, right? From Money Mutual. Now, what I would do, I would probably take 2,500 up to 3,000, and I would open up this card. It's a secured card, but here's the thing about it: you don't have to have a credit history. So if you're just starting out and you're trying to get a higher limit of credit and stuff like that, this secured credit card, I think, is one of the best secured credit cards in the market. All right, no credit history. You don't have to be a U.S. citizen, no social, right? So this is a very good card. Now, just say with that $2,500, $3,000 that you got approved for with a Money Mutual, you put that on this card. After 4 months of good payment history, it turns into an unsecured credit card as well. That's very important. And so they don't have any annual fees or no other fees. So these are some of the best cards that you can actually have, okay? And so you can transfer money from a PayPal account, from Venmo to Zelle, anything like that, to be able to get access to this card. But it reports to all 3 credit bureaus to help build up your credit. So for those of you that just finding my YouTube channel, again, please remember to subscribe. If you have any questions about building up your credit, about business credit, down in the description, click on the link to schedule a one-on-one consultation, or go to HoustonMcMiller.net or 3-Way Funding. Thank you.